Welcome. This is Back to the Bins. I'm your host, Mr. B. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back, and if you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. This is a comic book collecting channel, and I'm a comic collector. These Sunday videos are intended to showcase the books I picked up this past week at my local comic shop. I've got a pull list, so I'm pretty up to date with what's happening today in comics. I love digging through the dollar bins, and I love digging through the back issue bins. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, why don't you take a look over here, and I'll show you what I picked up. Alright, and like I said, these are the books I picked up this past week at my local comic shop, 204 Comics in Winnipeg. And as per usual, we start in alphabetical order, and that takes us to Archie. Ha! It also takes us to the dollar bins, and we have ourselves a nice Christmas cover. This is Archie's Christmas Stocking, number 567, from January of 1987. It's a newsstand. This is a dollar bin book. You can definitely see that. It's got this sticker, price tag on it. I'm going to try and get that off at some point. Maybe, not do anything else with it. But I love Christmas, any kind of winter holiday comic cover. And, Archie's got a lot of them. And there's usually a good joke on the cover. So these will be on display around the holidays for people to look at, or for myself to look at. A little fun thing to do in the hobby. Collect certain niche items. Alright, and then from the pull list we got The Amazing Spider-Man, number 57, volume 6, of course. This is the John Romita Jr. cover. This is the A cover. It's definitely a John Romita Jr. cover, isn't it? Soon he will be ending and leaving, as will Zeb Wells. But before that, we're going to have some great variant covers on the title. The Amazing Spider-Man number 57. This is the Chris Campana variant. Love this. That's a classic looking Spider-Man swinging through the city. Beautiful stuff. It has some of the elements for a cover of the year, but we'll see if it makes it. And yeah, I will do a cover of the year special show at the end of the year for you to watch. It's going to be a lot of great comics, because we're going to do probably the top 25 or something like that. So all kinds of great books. I think there might be some of these Disney covers in that running. Don't know about this one, although this is a fantastic cover, because of course it's a homage cover, and we'll show you the homage that it's coming from. This is number 57 again, ASM. This is the Claudio Ciarone Disney What If variant. We got Hawkeye and Ant-Man. This is an absolute classic cover, and looking forward to see what else Disney does here for the 60 years of the Avengers as the year wraps up. Alright, here we go. This is from the dollar bins. This is Astonishing X-Men number 8 from February of 2005. It's a John Cassaday cover, and John Cassaday is an artist I actually just heard about, unfortunately because of his recent passing, but everything that I found online on League of Comic Geeks, everybody spoke so highly of his work. I was happy to find some of this stuff in the dollar bins, and my shop owner told me that this was a great book to read anyway. It was written by Josh Whedon. He did a great run, according to the old shop owner. So I'm looking forward to perhaps filling this run. Today we pay tribute to John Cassaday. This is a beautiful cover. We continue in the dollar bins, and with that Astonishing X-Men run. This is a run I'd never heard of before. So it was neat to find it, neat to see it. And this is number 13 from February of 2006. I think this is a fantastic cover as well. This is another John Cassaday cover. Just a beautiful looking cast of characters there. That is X-Men. Beautiful, beautiful. And then we got one more from that title from the dollar bins. Great week in the dollar bins. This is Astonishing X-Men number 20 from February of 2007. And this is the first appearance of Agent Paulitz. I guess I'll find out who that is when I read this issue. But beautiful Beast cover. Love the great neon colors here. I always like Beast on the cartoon, so cool to see this. And in keeping with the dollar bin tradition, here's another one. This is the Kree Skull War starring the Avengers #1 from May of 1983. Fantastic Walt Simonson cover. He's also doing the interiors. I saw this in the dollar bins. I was like, yep, I gotta get this. Then I went online to the comic shop, 204 Comics, probably .com or something. I'm not even sure what it is, but I checked online and they actually had issues 1 and 2 for $3. So I got a good deal on this one for $1, and I might just get that issue 2. I think that will complete this. I think it's only a 2-issue series. I'm curious to see what it's like. I love Avengers. Kree are good Fantastic Four villains. We'll see what happens. Back to the pulls. Look at this. That's a beaut right there. This is Batman Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age #4. It's a Martin Simmons cardstock variant. This is a fun book. I'm actually really enjoying it. I think I just read issue 3 the other day. I am quite behind, like I keep telling you. I need to just get to reading. But this is a fun story. I like where it's going. I saw some complaints about, the last issue not focusing enough on Batman. To me, it's just a big setup. We're going to get to some great action. I think this is a 6-issue series. So, 4 just came out. 5 and 6 maybe will be the big showdown. Who knows? But I'm really enjoying it, and I recommend this one. Keeping on the DC train, we got this week. This is DC vs. Vampires, World War V #2. This is a Caspar Wingard cardstock variant. I love this cover. A lot of vampires going around the comic world these days, and that's okay. We're getting close to Halloween. Spooky season's right around the corner. I haven't read the first issue yet. Looking forward to digging into this. This is a limited series. And this cover really spoke to me, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully I like the book as well. Woohoo! Back to the dollar bins. Here we go. Some of my favorite stuff right here. This is the Fantastic Four, obviously, Volume 1, number 221. This is from May of 1980, and that's a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Pretty classic. I'm collecting issues 200 to 400, or at least that's the plan anyway. And nice to find this in the dollar bins. Also found this in the dollar bins. Oh yeah, some 90s goodness right there. Fantastic Four, obviously, number 375 from February of 1993. That's a Paul Ryan cover. I need it for the run I'm working on, and I also needed it because it's foil. Man, I was all over the gimmicks in the early to mid 90s, and still am, still like it. I like it, honestly. This is just fun for me. Nostalgia really can do a number on you. One more from the Fantastic Four, straight out of the dollar bins. This is issue number 394 from November of 94. That's a polybag variant. I love that. And this is the first appearance of Raptor, or Simon Jansen. I didn't even pay attention to who did this cover. Well, I'll post that up right away so you know who did this cover. I'm thinking I might pull it out of the polybag because apparently it comes with goodies. Now, I haven't checked. It might already be open and all the good stuff's out of it. But given that the bag is still here, fingers crossed, the goodies are in there. I think there's a poster, a card. I don't know. If I finally get around to opening it, I will definitely show you what's inside. Cool, though. Like the variant idea, especially in the 90s. Keeping with the Fantastic Four, but taking a look at what came out this week, here's issue number 25. Look like we got a milestone issue here, folks. This is just a fantastic run, obviously. This is a Joshua Cassara cover A. We don't have Alex Ross doing covers right now, at least, but this is a fantastic cover. There's so many great elements of just going on. There's this great details on all of this stuff here, and of course the neat details of the the vehicle. I can't think of what they call it now. Is it the Fantastic Car? And everybody's just, they look good, but there's this sort of gritty element to it. There's this just a different style of drawing that I really like. I love how all of these elements play in together. I think this is a really great cover. I never thought of it as cover of the year, but who knows? It might make its way in. Speaking of great covers, got this one as well, because there's always a good variant for the FF. This is, once again, number 25, but this is Greg Capullo, of course. Fantastic variant. And who doesn't love Capullo? And he's done a number of great covers this year already. Again, not too sure if this is a contender for cover of the year. Some I know right away, others I'm not entirely too sure, but we will examine it. I love this cover to begin with, and it's a great book. Back to the dollar bins. Wow, what a spectacular time for the dollar bins. Look at this. Never even knew this existed. This is Fury number 1 from March of 1994. It's a Lou Harrison cover. Barry Dutter doing the writing. We got first appearance of Deltite. So a lot going on here. I think this is a beautiful cover. I could maybe do it with a different font on Fury, but I couldn't find any information for further issues, so this may have only been a one-issue thing. Maybe this got canceled. Maybe this was only intended for a one issue. But I love Nick Fury in all of his iterations, and so just nice to add this to the Fury collection. Now, you've picked a great comic shop when you walk in and the LCS owner is like, hey, when we were talking about this last time, did you want a copy? And I said, oh, yeah, of course I do. I love a Christmas cover. I love a Spider-Man cover. I love something that everybody looks at twice, because look at this. This is fantastic. This is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 112 from December of 1985. It's Kyle Baker cover. First appearance of Amanda Badavides, if that's how you say it. And actually inside is something that I'm aware of because of region. I'm from Canada, and I'm from Winnipeg, and we used to have a comic shop called, there was a shop owner who had a very famous shop. I'm forgetting the name of the shop as we speak, but somehow the owner knew guys at Marvel, and he was written into this particular comic. He plays a purse thief. And I'll show you the photos on the side here, and you can have a look at it. But I love that for that reason. I love it because it's a Christmas cover, and of course, I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man. So, here we have it. I really wish I could remember the name of that comic shop. Oh, back to the pull list. Here's Space Ghost number 5 from Dynamite Comics. This is a fun book. I'm collecting the Bjorn Barons variants, and he's constantly delivering just beautiful stuff. I love the way he paints or draws or whatever kind of method he's using here. I love the style. It's beautiful stuff, and this is a fun book. So again, we got double the value here. Here we go. This is a fantastic cover as well. I love all the color on here and the contrast of the white at the bottom. This is Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider number 5. It's a Mark Brooks A cover, and he's actually going to be at the Winnipeg Comic Con in October, and I'm so glad. I pulled this cover because I thought it was the best of the ones. Usually I'm a variant guy, but I saw this. I didn't even pay attention to who had done it, and I'm very happy that's Mark Brooks, because I'm going to get him to sign this absolutely. This is also the first appearance of Black Tarantula, or Fabian Lemuerto. So we'll find out about that. This is a fun comic. I like it. A lot of people are kind of ragging on it a little bit, but I think it's getting better and better. It's fun. And it's an ongoing as well. All right, here we go. The Uncanny X-Men number 2. This is a Luciano Vecchio Gambit variant. Last week I showed you was it last week? I think so. I showed you the Rogue one. There's a number of these Vecchio ones coming down the pipeline for this title, and I'm going to get as many as I can. I liked the first issue. Hopefully the second one delivers as well. It was fun. It was neat to see Gambit, Rogue, and Wolverine together. This was a lot of fun. Liked it. And lastly here, we have got this beauty. My goodness. This is Wolverine #1. Just stunning to look at. This is the John Tyler Christopher negative space variant, as if you couldn't tell. This is definitely up for cover of the year. Probably one of the best negative space variants that he's done in a long time. I love this. This is just gorgeous. And I was supposed to also get the Peach Momoko variant. For some reason, it didn't turn up at the LCS. So hopefully next week we'll have that one for you. And that does it. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that. And how about we get back to the real world, shall we? Well, that was a great stack of books. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. And if you did, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe? It really helps build the channel, and I'd love to develop a community of people who just really love comics. Let's get that algorithm moving, folks. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you next week. And until then, remember, comics are good.